Good day, students. My name is Zaripova Shakarjan, and I'm an English teacher of Urgen State University. Our subject is Integrated Study Skills, and today we'll talk about factors affecting second language learning. And we will cover the terms transfer, interference, and overgeneralization in this presentation. If you are ready, let's start. Let me start. Okay, so factors affecting second language acquisition. So they are intelligence, aptitude, and of course, it will continue motivation and attitude. It covers preferences, learning beliefs, and of course, age of acquisition of target language. So, how do you think who is a good language learner? So, at first, let me read the question, and after that, I will try to explain and answer the question with like providing with examples. So, are there any personal characteristics that make one learner more successful than other? So, in your experience as an English learner, which characteristics seem to you most likely to be associated with success in second language acquisition? At first, let's answer the first question. So, as you know, all people are different. That's why the methods should be also various. So in order to success in language learning process, you should be aware of your own method of learning. So only in this case, your language, like your target language, will be obtained successfully. So second question, regarding your experience as an English learner, so which kind of characteristics are like associated with the success in second language acquisition? So again, it's up to you. Maybe by comparing your first language and second language, you will get like easier way to learn another language. So as you know, the issue like right now is about with first and second language acquisition, which can like first language, which can influence like on the second language performance. Yeah. So the existence of some errors from language one to language two may appear if we are trying to analyze it carefully. So that's why try not to analyze it carefully. So the errors are coming from the utterance itself, when it's transferred in the negative way. So you should be aware of its negative and positive ways of transferring languages. Yeah. The possible problem here is that we sometimes find errors in the second language learning process because the influence from the mother tongue. So it's our mistake. So because we all the time try to compare the languages, and sometimes unfortunately we do mistakes. So therefore it's interesting to discuss how language one influence on the second language performance, since it deals with the errors to transfer the language itself. But so how can I say, when like based on my experience in teaching English, the students often like have problems in transferring first language to second one. So, for example, the students were asked to tell their activities in the past, and one student used present simple. Yeah, unfortunately, it was so. So, for example, yesterday I watched the movie, he said. Not I watch it, but he said I watch. So, another student said that I do my homework last night. So as you see, the keyword last night is like standing here. It is the keyword of past simple, but he used the verb in present simple. So in this case, the influence of their first language really like influence, yeah, have a great influence here. So there is no like different verb to explain whether it's past activity or present one. So however, in English, the using of past activity have to be the past form for go and do instead of like went and did. Okay, so let's continue. We will come back to this page. So before looking at learning characteristics, you should be aware of three difficulties in research on the learning characteristics, yeah, and in the second language acquisition. So it's difficult to observe and measure independent of one another. In the second point, it's written that a learner's language proficiency can be defined as measured in many ways. And in the third part, a correlation of two factors doesn't mean there is a causal relationship between them. So as you see, the explanation about tells us that there may be negative transfer. It can mainly occur as a process of interference and overgeneralization. It is the aspect of learning on language second and cannot be separated. So, however, the positive transfer can also occur when the your mother tongue has similarity with the second language and it will give advantage to the learner. So as we know, English language has the same pattern, that is the subject, predicate, object, complement, yeah. So for example, I go to school, I cook rice every day. So here you can see that students will not have any kind of mistakes. So in short, I can say that it has been clearly explained that the using of transfer, interference, and overgeneralization between language 1 and 2, it can influence each other. So as we know, they are related to each other. So where the errors may come up with the second language learners. Let's continue. Intelligence. So intelligence has the multiple types. So we have mental abilities, our IQ tests, bodily like kinesthetic intelligence, musical intelligence, interpersonal and intrapersonal. So I'll explain the terms later. Let's continue. So as I know, there was conducted a research, and as a result, it was found that a strong factor when it comes to learning that involves language analysis and rule learning, and in the second, like finding can be a less important role in language learning that focuses more on communication and interaction. So in order to be successful and intelligent in language learning process, you should analyze your language. It means like you should practice it and you should analyze your mistakes. You should analyze the rules, I mean the grammar rules or instruction in English language. And of course, you should let's pay attention to see. I'm not going to say that please pay attention, like pay less attention to grammar, not. No way, I'm not going this like thing, but try to pay more attention to communication and interaction with other people. Only in this case you will achieve more. So as a conclusion, like intelligence is complex and that a person has many kinds of abilities and strengths, yeah, in the intelligence. And also an individual with strong academic performance doesn't necessarily mean that he or she is a successful in second language. Okay, so it doesn't matter that if you are a good language learner and you acquired your mother tongue perfect, and it doesn't mean like you will gain the second language in the same way. No, no way. You should work hard in order to be successful in second language learning. Then aptitude. So what is aptitude? It's kind of to make a prediction about an individual's future achievements. Yeah. Aptitude for language learning is usually composed on four different types of ability. It's kind of memorizing new sounds, it's the ability of understanding the function of the language, about understanding the grammar rules, and memorizing new words. So in the first part, it was memorizing new sounds, but the last one, it describes memorizing new words. So we have modern language aptitude test and we have Pimsleur language aptitude battery. So it's about the research findings. We will come back. So about the aptitude, I can say that successful language learners are not necessarily strong in all the components of aptitude. So for example, some may have strong memories, but only average ability to figure out grammatical rules. So as you see, all like students are different. So that's why one may have a strong memory, and other will have like a good at in the grammar rules, and another speak like perfectly. Another like student is good in reading, and etc. Teachers can select appropriate teaching approaches and activities based on learners' aptitude profiles to accommodate their differences in aptitude. So as I mentioned before, like teachers should find like individual approach to teach their students in order to be like in order to provide them with like knowledge, with information, and so on. Let's continue. Personality. So as you know, personality plays an important role in learning languages. So as you see, there are a number of personality characteristics that are likely to affect second language acquisition. So they are extraversion and introversion. So it's a proven fact that extrovert person is much more kind of mm, like good at languages, good at learning languages with the comparison to introvert, because extrovert person all the time tries to practice the language. That's why he or she tries to find out the ways to practice the language. Inhibition and risk taking. Again, here the risk taking person will be much more successful. Self-esteem. So of course, in order to learn the language in a great like in a great level, let's tell it in this way, so you should have a really high self-confidence. If you will have self-confidence, you will achieve much. Yeah, it's not only about languages, it's about life. Even in life, if you don't afraid of anything, you will achieve more and more. So anxiety, please leave this like feeling somewhere, not don't take it to learn a language. So then we have empathy, dominance. You should feel a dominance, yeah, while learning a language, and you should be talkative in learning languages. I mean, please, while learning a target language, don't talk on your own language. Try to speak the second language. Okay, again, the research findings. And next time we will continue with motivation. Yeah. Thank you for being with me and goodbye. I think that I will see you soon. Okay, goodbye.